Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. We're going to go over a couple of momentum stock picks now. One a technology company, the other an athletic apparel company with Mike Vodicka, our momentum stock strategist. I almost got winded on that one myself talking about athletic apparel. Verifone Systems is the sort of technology company. Pay is the ticker symbol. They do the hardware, software for what, the swipe card systems?
That's right, yeah, the little swipers that everyone sees at the convenience store or the grocery store. Verifone makes those. They also operate on the software and service end of the business too, so a little bit of diversification in their product line.
Okay.
But this has been a fairly strong stock for the last, I'd say, 12, 18 months. We did see shares pull back a little bit recently in the weak market, but they've since rebounded, so that's good to see. Mm-hmm. The momentum has reestablished itself. That bounce comes on pretty strong second quarter results that we saw in early September. Revenue was up 21% year over year, and they reported earnings of 40 cents per share that were directly in line with analyst expectations.
Alrighty.
The company made an important announcement during the quarter, is that they had completed the acquisition of one of their industry competitors, Hypercom. So what that does is that gives them exposure to some key international markets, particularly in Eastern Europe. Analysts are projecting that it should add about $350 million to sales in 2012 and 20 to 25 cents in earnings. So that was great news for the Verifone shareholders. Mm-hmm. We did see some pretty decent movement in estimates off the good quarter. The current year was up 5 cents to $1.60. The next year estimate is very bullish. Analysts are looking for 35% earnings growth, so the longer term picture looks good too. In light of some of the downward pressure we've seen in the share price recently, the valuation picture has gotten a lot better. We're looking at a PEG ratio of 0.67, and that's well below the benchmark of 1 for value, so that's something to consider for a momentum stock.
Okay.
And then the final piece of the puzzle is the chart. I mentioned before that shares had pulled back a little bit in the weak market that we saw in July and August, but Verifone has since rebounded pretty nicely. The valuation picture looks good, so it could be a chance to get in when shares are a little bit down.
All right. Under Armour, UA, the ticker symbol, is that athletic apparel company that I alluded to.
Yes, it is.
What's going on with this one?
This has also been a fairly hot momentum stock over the last year or so. The company is in an aggressive growth cycle right now. We see that show up in sales growth and earnings growth. Their second quarter results from July were very solid. Sales were up 42% year over year. Earnings came in 33% ahead of expectations. Company has an average earnings surprise of 22% over the last 4 quarters. So as you can see, the company's hitting pretty hard right now on the fundamental side. One of the aspects of the company is where the company is seeing really strong growth is their direct-to-consumer channel. That now comprises 27% of their total revenue, and they actually saw sales increase 81% year over year in that line. So that's a big growth area for them.
Yeah.
In terms of estimates, we saw the current year add about 6 cents. It's at $1.80 right now. Next year estimate is looking for $2.26. That's a 26% growth projection, so that's a good longer term picture also. The valuation for Under Armour looks a little bit pricey. PEG ratio of 1.52, and that is above the 1 benchmark that we discussed before. But it's a momentum stock. It's in a growth cycle, so higher valuation isn't totally unusual. And then moving into the chart, what we see here is, again, shares did pull back in the weak market, but they've rebounded very aggressively since then off a key trend line, and it's definitely reestablished momentum.
Do you own either of these two?
I own Verifone.
Okay. Well, if stock picks are what you enjoy perusing, and you're not at our homepage, Zacks.com, watching this video, then go there and check there often, because we put 4 new stock pick ideas up there for you daily. One on each of the investing categories that we write about on Zacks.com. And so that's why you should check that website, that homepage, often, because the picks change every day. With Mike, I'm Terry Ruffalo.